Quality package.
Knorr seasoning cubes.
So they didn't have plates.
Our food tastes as beautiful as I look.
Hey! Amaka International CNN!
Tea. Tasty.
Woo! Woo! It's all about the Knorr task on this video, but before we get into it, let's quickly address the controversy surrounding the name of the seasoning cube. Now, personally, since I started growing up as a child, born in the 90s, I have grown up to hear and to see on adverts from the mouth of people, from the mouth of my elders, from people around me, that the pronunciation of Knorr is Knorr. It's Knorr. I mean, I remember a particular advert that said, Knorr is a game changer. Knorr is a wonderful game changer. That's not super seasoning. Knorr. Guys, I will never ever forget that particular ad, yeah? So, yesterday, I listened to Big Brother all through, referring to the seasoning cubes as Knorr. And I was wondering, like, okay, is it that the company actually rebranded it and started calling it Knorr? Or is it still Knorr? Or could it be that I have been delusional all through my growing up years, and now I'm just realizing that I've been pronouncing it the wrong way? Or could it be that people have got the pronunciation wrong and decided to stick with it, guys? Me, I do not know. I do not know. But I would love to hear from all of you, especially those of you born in the 90s or in the 80s, okay? I mean, we are old babies. So help us, help me in the comment section. Let me know the accurate pronunciation. If you work with the company even, let us know in the comment section the accurate pronunciation of Knorr. Meanwhile, on this video, I'm probably going to be interswitching, you know, between the two pronunciations. So when you hear me pronounce Knorr, I'm talking about Knorr. And when you hear me pronounce Knorr, I'm talking about Knorr. Now that out of the way, let's get into the analysis of last night's Knorr Jollof Rice Cooking Challenge. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. Yes, I'm done with my tea. That's why I'm not holding the mug on this video. For those of you that are always asking,
No, Glory, do you have tea in your mug? Is your mug empty?
I have tea in my mug, as you can see. I finished it. It's just remaining just a little bit at the bottom of the cup. Okay, moving on. This is just to specially welcome all of you returning subscribers. Those of you who are also new subscribers back to this channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch my videos again. And if this is your first time visiting us here, maybe you're passing by, you're searching for something, and then you stumbled on my video and you chose to watch it. Thank you so much for clicking to watch. But please let this not be your last. Just do exactly what you see on your screen to become a part of this family, and trust me, you won't regret it, because if you are looking for that space where you can get the most detailed, factual and accurate analysis of reality TV shows, movies and trending social topics, this is a space for you. All right, especially also if you're looking for where you can express yourself, share your thoughts, share your opinion, and share healthy banter with other people that are like-minded like you. This is where we do all of that, all right? So just go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notification, and trust me, you will be enjoying yourself on here. Now, let's just quickly get into the task. So the Knorr task was ultimately a jollof rice challenge. Yes, Big Brother wanted to find out which group of housemates could get it right. So the brief read that they were to create a healthy and delicious jollof rice meal using the Knorr seasoning cubes and following the Knorr recipes. Unlike the Arla cooking task, which was executed using their respective kitchens inside, the arena had been set up in such a way that it was as though a massive cooking show was going to take place. Now, to make it easier for the housemates and to also reduce, I think, littering the whole place with unnecessary cooking ingredients, a shopping station had been provided for the housemates at a particular location inside the arena. Now, over there, they had all the ingredients that they needed to prepare their meal already chopped. If it was vegetables, they were already chopped and diced. If it was onions, it was already chopped. If it was fish, it was already washed. Like, they literally would not have any need to wash and prepare their ingredients all over again. You know how you want to cook and you have to wash the meat, you have to wash the chicken, you have to wash the onions. So everything was already prepared for the housemates. So all they needed to do, according to Big Brother, was to move over to the shopping stand and then pick whatever item, whatever ingredients that they would need to execute their task to perfection. And so the housemates, they had hurried, via their representatives to the shopping stand where they had picked what they needed, following the particular recipe, of course, of what they would want to prepare. Before the actual cooking challenge had started, the housemates had been grouped into 4, yes. Level 1 had been grouped into 2, level 2 had been grouped into 2 as well. Now, the group members of level 1 had been tagged team 1 and team 2, and then for level 2, they had been tagged team A and team B. They had all been given the liberty to choose a team leader as well as a name for their team according to the recipe of what they would love to cook for Big Brother. Now, for team 1, we had team Knorr Jollof headed by Adekunle. On that team, we had Adekunle, Chichi, Bella, Alison, Dotu, Chomzi, and Deji. I hope I'm getting this right, guys, because they were all mixed up in that arena. And for team 2, also called Team Greens, we had Hermes as the leader, and then members are Rachel, Shags, Diana, Ellis Wags, Doyin, and Giddy Fire. Now, from the level 2 house, Team A, also called Tasty Suya Jollof, was headed by Fina. We had as team members Brian, Famsavi, Daniela, Cheesy, and Kes. And then last but not the least, team 4, also known as Last Giddy Jollof Rice, was headed by Amaka. And then as team members, we had Ilebaye, Groovy, Khalid, and Modella. As is the standard with every of Biggie's tasks, the housemates' meal was judged based on the taste, based on the innovation, that's to check their creativity level and how healthy the food is. And they were also judged on their presentation and also on time management. And so they were given 2 hours to prepare that jollof rice. Now, the meal did not just end at the housemates preparing the jollof rice. No, they were also to present their meal and whilst telling a story about their experience using Knorr. Now, it was a very, very interesting presentation, guys. I won't lie. I mean, all the housemates, all of them, they brought their A game. I mean, it was a tussle. It was a tussle for power. And the level 2 housemates, most especially, they were really desperate for this particular win. This week has really been a losing week for them. So aside the fact that they've lost 3 of their housemates to disqualification and eviction on Sunday, they lost the head of house challenge. They were nominated. 5 of them are up for nomination. And then there was a task on Tuesday. They lost out. And then, guys, they've been losing. And so last night, they were really, really desperate to bring home this win. So the presentation started. And once again, Adekunle, as the leader of the team, took over the presentation. Guys, I must confess, Adekunle is a born speaker.
Fruits, fried fish, fried beef, fried chicken, peppered proteins, and a little bit of suya.
He's a born presenter. Whatever he wants to use that his voice to do, whatever he wants to use his speech to do, that guy is surely going to excel. He told a story of, their own experience with Knorr, and guys, it was really hilarious. Adekunle has this interesting way of captivating his audience's attention. Yes, there's a way he speaks, there's a way he carries himself on the stage that you as the audience, you have no choice but to listen. You want to listen to what he has to say, and you don't just want to listen halfway, you want to listen to the end. And that was exactly what he did. He talked about what they had used to prepare their meal, the ingredients, the health benefits, and the sites that, as I mentioned before, he shared their story. Next thing to present was Fina's team. That's Team Tasty Suya Jollof.
I would go apples, which is good for the what? Yeah, I would go water. Go bowl of water to step it down. So, Big Brother, I say to you.
Now, Fina did great. She was fantastic. That story she told about someone eating jollof rice cooked with Knorr and the person received healing from his sick bed, guys, that was spot on. That was really catchy. If she had told that kind of story at a wedding reception, trust me, all the people, all the attendees of that wedding, they would have a great laugh. It would be a great story to tell. In fact, not just at the wedding reception, but at a party, anywhere. It's a great story. It's good to listen to. However, there were things that Fina was doing that was just really pissing me off. And I must say it, if I don't say it, it's going to be on my conscience for a long time. Now, number one, I feel like Fina is not really a great presenter. And that is because she still does not understand the accurate pronouns to use when presenting. When you're presenting with a group of people, you do not use the pronoun of I, no. What you say is we. because now you're presenting as a collective, not as an individual. And that's a problem that Fina has. And I think this is the second time that she's presenting. Okay, yeah, the first time I listened to her actually present was the Arla cooking tax, where she was constantly using the I. Oh, I now put the spaghetti here. Oh, I now put the chicken here. You don't use I. You are now individualizing the collective task, and it shouldn't be that way. So I feel like Fina has a problem with that, and I'm hoping that our fellow colleagues, rather our fellow housemates, they are paying attention to all of these things and then they are correcting her, because that is wrong. And another thing again is Fina trying to overtell and overdo. I feel like in as much as she's a very, very dramatic person, in as much as she's very, very entertaining, in as much as she's a hype woman, I feel like sometimes she overtells a story, she overdrags it, and I don't know, she probably wants to, you know, maybe entertain Big Brother as she normally does, but I feel like less means more. Just basically, she overdoes things sometimes to the extent that it now crosses the line from entertaining to annoying. Yeah, and I think I crossed that line a bit yesterday whilst watching Fina's presentation, but overall it was amazing. And oh, did I mention that they were the only team that actually got their food plating correct? It was beautiful. And Fina was really smart. I noticed that whilst they were shopping at the shopping area of the arena, she was the only person that was quick enough to grab that bowl. Yeah, because that's the kind of bowl you used to dish out a jollof rice. So she was the first and only person that was smart enough to grab that bowl. And so she utilized it really well. The plating was fantastic. I mean, compared to the plating of the other teams, oh my God. I was looking at other teams' plating, especially Amaka's team. That is the last giddy jollof rice. Oh my God. It was, I'm sorry, I have to be very, very graphic about my description. It looked like where somebody packed sand, put it on a plate, and then they put one plant. It was as if they wanted to plant a tree. And I'm like, sis, what the hell are you doing? What, you don't have to go to a culinary school to know how to plate food. Please. Overall, in as much as Fina really impressed me, I felt like she almost crossed the line, you know, to annoying me. She actually did, but then I had to quickly bring myself back. Anyways, moving on to the next team that presented, that's Team Green, headed by Hermes.
But I must say, but
This is so poorly packaged.
Knorr seasoning cubes.
They didn't have plates.
Just like Fina tried so hard to overstretch and overtell and overflog a presentation, Hermes made the exact same mistake. It was as though he was in a competition with himself and with Fina. His Nigerian accent was struggling to come out. His Brit-American accent was struggling to come out. His Australian accent was struggling to come out. His Canadian accent was struggling to come out. This guy was battling with 1,000,001 personalities that was going to do that presentation. And at some point, I was confused. I'm like, bruv, just pick one struggle. Pick one person to actually speak for you. What the hell is this? I mean, it was overdoing. It was trying to sound like all these Italian chefs that are coming to come and present a meal to their client. And to be very honest, I didn't find it funny at all. I didn't find it rich at all. I found it to be a very, very poor and low budget imitation of an actual professional Italian chef. And I'm like, hey, miss, if you are just stuck to being who you are, as you always say, your individual self, then you probably would have scaled through this particular presentation. And then another annoying thing again was their food plating. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. What the hell was that? Like they cooked a whole pot of jollof rice. As stingy as they were, they now dished out very small inside plates, as if they wanted to say, Big Brother, take and taste. Like those people, they were so stingy with their plating, and it was very, very horrible to look at. It was not even pleasing to the eyes at all. There was no aesthetics to the plating of the meal. And then when it was done, he was now doing a lot of dramatics, going around the stage, and then he came back, and then after coming back, he was now giving accolades to Fina and saying, oh, Fina girl, I love your presentation. You did great. I'm like, bro, who are you? Who are you? Who are you to judge? Who sent you message? Do you know that you just flopped your own presentation and then you're coming to come and form, oh, Aristotle, yes, I did great, so I can stand in the best position to rate someone else's presentation. Guys, it was annoying. Now, last but not the least, Team Last Giddy Jollof Rice, they did it for me. Although, once again, their plating was horrible.
Content plates. I say make a choke first. I say when they fight, they chop. When they cry, they zero. Rice, they chop.
I mentioned before that their plating looked like they wanted to plant a tree inside a plate of jollof rice. Yes, it was very, very horrible to look at. But Amaka's presentation was beautiful. The story she told, it was enjoyable. It was beautiful. It was, guys, I enjoyed listening to Amaka. It felt like I was actually watching a Nollywood story, and it was so funny. And what was the theme of her story again? Oh yeah, she said that Knorr turned that into a peacemaker. I know I didn't talk about the stories of the other groups, but for this one I have to share it. So it was about, oh, she lives close to her boyfriend. She was not on good terms with her boyfriend at the time, and then she was perceiving some really delicious aroma, and then she decided to go to her boyfriend's house. And then when she got there, she saw female sleepers, but then she wasn't really bothered about the female sleepers. What she was bothered about, or really focused on, was the pot of jollof rice on the stove. And then she ate and ate and ate, and she was filled. She sat down there, she slept off, and then the boyfriend came and woke her up and asked her, oh, are you okay? She said, I'm okay, oh, use me however you want. So the moral of the story for her was that Knorr turned that into a peacemaker. And of course, we know that the Amaka on the show is not a peacemaker. So it was quite interesting and enjoyable to listen to. So at the end of the night, Big Brother had actually announced Amaka's team as the best presentation of the night. Guys, look at me screaming in my house. I was so excited for Amaka. I was specifically happy for Amaka because she has really flopped, like woefully. If there was an award for tale of presentation, trust me, Amaka would have gotten it when they were having their Arla presentation. Honestly, it was a disaster. It was zero. She forgot all she wanted to say. She could not pronounce words correctly. It was a disaster. But then she made up for it. She compensated greatly, amazingly well for it with the Knorr presentation she did last night. And guys, I was just super proud of her. And then the winner, of course, turned out to be Fina's team. That finally, Fina's team emerged the winners of the task. Guys, I was so excited. I was super excited, specifically because for the first time this week yet, because we don't know what's going to happen today and Friday, yeah, but for the first time this week yet, the two most prized titles of the task, that's the best presentation and the winners, actually went to the level 2 house. And guys, I was so happy because they were all excited, and once again you could see that their confidence level had a reboost. Yes, they came up alive. They were now more confident than ever that, okay, for more tasks to come, they still stand a chance, you know, of emerging as the victors. Anyways, guys, this is all about the Knorr cooking task. This is where I'm going to end this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, just go ahead and like this video by giving it a huge thumbs up, all right? And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I dragged Fina, I dragged Hermes. I don't know if you also wanted to drag them or if you dragged them at the point of watching them present. Let me know your thoughts about it all in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day.